taking a new approach today. I wanted to take the time to get a little bit more personal and share with you my experience leading up to becoming an esthetician. When you think of why someone wants to be an esthetician, typical responses, including, some of mine, are I've always loved skincare. I think that it is essential to our well-being. The skin is our largest organ, so we need to take care of it. Those are good reasons to become an esthetician, but sometimes life doesn't present those opportunities like early in life. Sometimes we need to go through some obstacles, hurdles for those opportunities to present themselves. And I wanted to share with you how I got to becoming an esthetician. I worked in a couple different industries. I worked for an insurance company for 12 years after I moved to San Diego from Hawaii after high school. That is what I did. I did that for 12 years. So I learned a lot there. I met a lot of people, of course. And I knew, though, while I was there that I did want to find something else. I was searching basically for what I was called to do. And after 12 years, I did leave. I gained so much experience, especially in the customer service aspect, just speaking to people, writing, like legal writing type style of stuff. So much was really, really gained. You gain good no matter what, like where you are. There are lessons to be learned and you grow as a person. So believe me, 12 years there, I definitely grew as a person and learned a lot. I then went to a gaming casino. I worked in the customer service portion there for about 1.5 to 2 years. And that was great. It taught me like one-on-one customer service, which is something I did not have working at the insurance company. It was all over the phone when you dealt with customers, and internally you would deal with people as well, but it wasn't a face-to-face customer service type of thing. I didn't work in retail ever. I hadn't worked in like a restaurant. So I didn't gain those type of learning experience. I didn't gain those type of skills. So working in the casino, I did gain that. I learned that it was tough. It was really tough for me to learn in the beginning. But I grew and I liked it. I liked dealing with people. Even in short little transactions, you really get to know people, and that was cool. Like I really, really liked that. So I transferred over to the tribal gaming side of the casino, and there I became a licensing agent. And with that, I got to deal with people one-on-one even closer. So people that came to me were either applying to work at the casino and needed to get licensed, or they were renewing their license, which you have to do every 2 years. So I would learn the nitty-gritty about people. So you do their criminal background checks, their credit reports, everything. So you learn so much about people, and it is very sensitive. It makes people very vulnerable, and it can make people very uncomfortable. And I was really glad to learn that people were really able to open up to me. They were comfortable with me, and I got so much joy out of that and learned that dealing with people on a personal level was amazing for me, and just helping people through something was great. You saw the beginning of from when they would first start the process, go through everything, all the paperwork, everything, and then one day they get licensed or their license gets renewed, and it was a really good feeling. It really was. And I honestly thought this was it. Like I found where I wanted to be. I'm helping people, I'm talking to people, and then life happens. I actually got let go, and I had never been let go. That wasn't something I saw coming, so I definitely felt blindsided, and it was really hard. It was a really hard time for me. I ended up moving back to San Diego, moving in with my mom and stepdad. And so that I'm grateful for. I'm super grateful that I was able to do that. But on a personal level, it hurt me like nothing had before. Everything was just taken away, like in a heartbeat, like just my normal day to day, like everything was changed, and change is scary. And then the opportunity came for me to try to go back basically to that position, and I decided not to. I was really, really, really hurt, like really hurt, and didn't feel like the trust that I had with that employer basically. I think it was gone, and there was too much hurt there, and so I decided to move on. And I didn't know what to do though. I loved skincare growing up and always have, liked trying out products and whatnot, but that was never a career option for me. I did not see that as a career path just for myself. I didn't think it was something that could be steady enough for what I needed. I need to be able to pay for bills, and like, you know, I have a daughter, there's just so much. There was just too much I felt on the line for something like that until this. So I met with a school that's not too far from my mom here in San Diego, and I enrolled, and I had gotten approved for financial aid, so that helped out tremendously. And I started this journey May of 2019. It was a 5-month program. I went through school, graduated in October of 2019. I got my license in January of 2020, and here we are today. While I was going through school, I started to work at a spa, like a small spa here in San Diego, worked at the front desk, learned as much as I could there. And after I graduated, I started taking clients of my own, renting out a little space, and that was great. And then I eventually, in February, I ended up taking a position at a spa in La Jolla, as well as working with my own clients on the side also. So right before quarantine, things were really looking up. So I was really excited. I felt like, wow, like everything that led up to this, things are looking amazing right now. And then COVID-19 hit, and I have not worked since March, since the third week of March. So it's been 2 months now. And that's difficult. You start to reevaluate things. You start to question things. You start to really doubt yourself. And I was there. And then when I started doing these YouTubes to kind of like fill time, to still be able to like reach out to clients, but in a way that we don't have to meet in person, I could still give advice and stuff. So that's been really great, getting DMs from people asking for opinions on skincare. So that's been amazing. But the kicker is during this quarantine, I've really been able to focus on my why. Like, why did you want to become an esthetician? Why did you make such a big change? Like, what is it that you are being called to do? I've had time to reflect. I usually don't have this kind of time, but I have had the time. And what I've learned is that as great as giving skincare advice is, what brings me even greater joy is hearing from people that are either estheticians themselves or they are curious about becoming an esthetician. Like those people reaching out to me and asking questions about really what goes on, like really what school is, like what about the state board, like there's so much. There is so much. And going through everything, I'm like, wow, like there is a lot out there that needs to be talked about, and I want to do that. I feel like going through all of these obstacles and everything, the end result has always been me wanting to help others succeed. Like with the tribal gaming side, it was working with someone to be able to get that job that they want, that they need. And it was so rewarding. And now I have the opportunity to do so with future estheticians. I think down the road, like having like a mentorship program will be amazing. So that is something that I'm really looking forward to. Again, life throws things at you and we go through so much and we feel like we're the only ones going through it. And guess what? We aren't. There's people that have been there. There's people that are going through it at the same time as you. And then there are people that will go through it. So I've gone through a lot and I know that I'll go through more, but I want to be there for you. I want to be able to share my experience with you. I would love for you to reach out to me with specific questions about my journey that I can touch more on. I would love to do that. I would love to do more of these, diving deeper into other topics. Another big topic that I do want to go into is the state board. That is a really touchy subject for me, but I got through it, right? Like, here we are. I'm a licensed esthetician in the state of California, and I take great pride in that, and I'm super grateful and happy, and I want you to get there too. That is what led me to becoming an esthetician. So of course, I love skincare, I love knowing the ingredients, but I love people and I love being able to help people in different realms. So if you are someone looking for skincare tips and advice, I would be more than happy to help you. And if you're a current esthetician or a future esthetician especially, I would be happy to help you as well and answer questions that you may have. You can drop them in the comments, or you can also, of course, send me a direct message on Instagram. And I would love to talk to you more about your upcoming journey and where you are in your journey, and just there's so much. Again, with being an esthetician, you can do so much. So it is finding out what that is. And yes, so again, if you have any feedback on this video or have other video suggestions, please let me know. I appreciate you all. I wish you guys all the best and look forward to the next video.